Welcome to your weekend focus for February the 9th and the 10th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day, especially over this last week. Thank you to everybody who has reached out to me. You know, sometimes it just, illness just overtakes you. You just have nothing to say about it. And it went from a temperature, and it felt like I drank a glass full of razor blades, and really that is just starting to lessen now. I have been taking care of myself. I have been doing all the natural remedies. I'm not really a big one for antibiotics or anything like that. If it gets to that point, I will eventually go to a doctor, but I think that we have some beautiful, wonderful things to help us on this planet get better. So that's what I've been doing. Um, so it actually, it hurt to talk. It hurt to lift my head off the pillow. Um, I totally had to disconnect from uh, the internet, from the world. I just had to. I just really didn't have a choice, and I'm sorry for my absence, but here I am. And I know that I left you with good energy, and it was good energy even while I was gone. Right? We had the sun. I think on Thursday, the sun sextiled Jupiter, and we should be feeling that right through till the end of the weekend. We have Mercury also sextiling Uranus, so expect through your actions. I mean, when that kind of happens, you want to really maybe even uh, change your routine up slightly this weekend of what you would normally do, because it could lead to surprisingly new adventures, opportunities, relationships, friendships. Uh, and then on Sunday, we have Mercury going into Pisces, and Mercury will spend a bit of time in Pisces, more than usual, because that's where the retrograde is also going to happen. So we are going to have a long stay of Mercury in Pisces. So it's a beautiful time to connect with God, your angels, your spirit guides, to allow those messages to come in. Uh, you know, Tap into your spirituality. Do your new moon affirmations. Sit in contemplation. Let's see what the cards say. Now, the numerology for the days would be Saturday would be a 5 energy. Sunday would be a 6 energy. So 5 is definitely the adventure, stepping into new opportunities, new experiences. The 6 energy is more of a loving, caring, grounded energy, family, friends, love, passion. So we do have some beautiful energies surrounding us this weekend. Look at this. The Two of Wands appears as our first card, summoning in our tomorrow. So I think we have the moon in Aries for the most part for the entire weekend. So we're not really looking at the past so much when the moon is in Aries. We are forward thinking. We are the pioneer. We are stepping into the adventure. We want the new beginnings, the new starts. Okay. No, with Aries though, it takes the commitment to really take it long term. Sometimes we start things under an Aries moon, and as soon as we leave that Aries moon, so does the project or the adventure that we had stepped into. So, but here we are summoning our new adventure in, our future into being. We're calling it to us. The magician shows up. So this is good luck. This is optimism. This is, the expectation of your wishes, your dreams coming true. The magic. We have the Tower card. Now, the Tower card is in detriment here. So, we still kind of have this theme of not wanting to let go of certain things in our life that is not allowing us to move forward in the way that we would like to move forward. We can see ourselves moving forward, but we're also leaning or being dependent on something that we need to move past. Strong energy, though. Oh, the Three of Swords. Well, the Three of Swords was a popular card for the weeklies, wasn't it? Which kind of surprised me because the energy is so beautiful, but I really got a sense that this was a healing energy. This was allowing ourselves to heal. So, I mean, here we are. We're down there underneath the heart, allowing the light to come in, allowing the healing energy to come in from where our heart was broken, where the sorrow was, where the disappointment was. And the Seven of Swords. This card calls for you to really trust in your own thoughts, your own feelings. So if you think something is a little off this weekend, or somebody's not being completely truthful with you, or you're not getting the full story, you think there's parts being left out or something, chances are you're right. Or you kind of have that feeling of a situation or an event or a person or a group of people. Pay attention to your intuition. It's strong right now to lead you in the right direction. And so don't go against your thoughts. So often we go against our intuition and what it tells us. And we look back and we go, man, I knew better. I had that feeling. I went against it. This is also a card asking us to only take forward with us what we truly need. So a little bit of that Tower card comes back into play again, doesn't it? Now, the Tower is, it tears things down in order to rebuild with the strength. And sometimes when we don't face the truth of what we need to let go of or move away from or put a completion or a healing on or a closure on, sometimes the energy around us takes care of that for us, and it's not as nice as if we were to do it ourselves. Now, it's in detriment here, which tells me that we will be, it's up to us to really be truthful to ourselves. The Tower isn't as strong to come into our lives and remove that thing or bring in that healing or allow that ending or closure. To happen in our life, that we need to make it happen, that we need to have a sense of truth with ourselves about what we are being too dependent on, or maybe we're allowing the dependency to be on ourselves. Okay, there was a lot of energy of late of control, and that was probably a week or so ago that it was really strong. But where are we still trying to keep the control in our life? Where are we are the control of the situation or the relationship or over that person or over that event, and allowing yourself to let go of the control and go more with the flow. We'll get a Nature's Whispers card. I'm sorry, I'm still not feeling as well as I should be, but I felt that my energy was up enough to actually tap in here. I'm loving the cards. Well, I don't like the Three of Swords as much, and no, I don't like the Tower card when it shows up as much. But it is in detriment, so it doesn't have that much power. But when we look at the first two cards, the Two of Wands and the Magicians, I mean, really, that sets the stage. So we are looking forward. We are looking into our future. We are calling it into being. We are drawing it closer to us. The Magician shows up. Now, you have to watch when the Magician shows up. I mean, positive thoughts, positive actions. using your energy in a positive way, or maybe it's your time or your resources, brings in more positive into your life. But the Magician is also one that will ask you if you are willing to make the commitment. And being right next to the Tower, I would also assume that there is a large piece being played out here in what we are willing to sacrifice in order to step forward into our future plans. Because we can't keep everything and then add to it. There are areas of our life where we do need closure, we do need to step away from something, or we do need to change a habit or a behavior in our life. So what are we willing to surrender to? What are we willing to sacrifice? Where are we willing to allow the end of a struggle or let go in some way? Where are we allowing ourselves to accept what is? And so it only makes sense that the Three of Swords would follow, allowing some sort of healing to come in. So go easy on yourself this weekend. Fresh approach, 21. Fresh approach. Time to step out of the box and the old way of doing things. I said at the very beginning, you might benefit from changing up your even simple things about your routine this weekend. It might open you up to new experiences, new adventures, new people in your life. You are being challenged to try something new. Look at how to create magic in your world. Create with the intention of filling your life with joy and happiness. Achieve your desires while experimenting with new activities. You always have options. Don't feel limited. Even when you aren't in motion, you are making a choice. You are being prodded to make a decision now. Don't worry about not making the right one. Every mistake brings us lessons and opportunities. The amount you can learn is immeasurable. Base your choice on love and the best option for you. Imagine that failing is not part of any of your choices. So if you couldn't fail, what would you choose? If you could not fail, if you already had that guarantee that, and fail, I would almost have to, you may see it as a fail. I mean, I love Einstein when, somebody said to him, this is the 100th time you're given that crack at the inventing the light bulb. Like, when you gonna give up? Like, you failed 99 times. He says, I didn't fail 99 times. He says, I found out 99 ways of how it will not work. So it only opens up the opportunity for a more precise way of how it will work. So if failure wasn't an option, what would you choose to go forward into? How would you live out your day? What would you change in your routine, in your surroundings, in your interactions with others? Where would you allow your dreams to take you, your wishes, your desires? And we have a couple of swords here. We do have one of the wands, Tower, and the Magician. So there is a little bit of action that is being prodded, we're being prodded to do. But I think it's really just, getting out there and trying new things, new approaches. It might open up the doors to us this week of how we can solve an old problem with a new set of rules, or a new set of, rules or ways of going forward. A different approach. We'll get our animal card here. Eye on the prize. Eye on the prize. Realize goals and vision. In order to land your dream life, you need to make a conscious effort to visualize it happening. However, keeping your eye on the prize takes practice. It's all about getting rid of the misconceptions about yourself, giving up emotional baggage, and putting a new belief system into place. Vulture tells you that you have waited long enough to gain the life that you want. You have spent wasted time looking at what everyone else has and spent too much time wishing instead of doing. It's now time for you to create short-term goals along with long-term goals. Make yourself accountable by writing your goals down. So, take a couple of minutes this weekend and just write down some of your goals. Maybe put some dates beside them. Beside them. Make yourself accountable by writing your goals down. It helps to keep the vision of what you want in clear sight. Pick up projects from the past and make the effort to finish them. Get rid of the clutter. Completion helps to open the doors for new projects instead of cluttering the path. These projects can be as little as rearranging your cabinets, cleaning the garage, sparkling up your resume and sending it out. Spend some time reflecting on the past year or years and bring about conclusions. Think of it as the time the farmers harvest their crops to prepare the land for next season. You too have to prepare your mind, your body, and soul for the same. Visualize what you want to have happen, and then keep your eye on the prize. So set some small goals for yourself. Allow some completion in your life, and take the independent act of bringing that um, some things to an ending or a conclusion, finishing something, completion of something, or allow yourself to heal in some way, or maybe it's giving healing out to another. Forgive yourself. That has been a huge theme. And definitely as Mercury goes into Pisces, we want to be open to hearing the messages that we need to take away in order to move us forward. The clues. So be very aware and really go with the flow of what God, your angels, your spirit guides are trying to send you for little tiny clues and messages of how you can move forward, in what direction, meeting new people, putting yourself in new situations, changing some behavior or habit within your life. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you and thank you so much for all of your support.